Okay, Bella, let's hit the road again, girl. Today we are leaving the ltva area. We just pulled out. We're just down there camping with some friends, and right down in there. But we're gonna hit the road here. Just gonna go up here and take care of a couple things before we leave. You know, take care of the tanks, get fresh water, and get rid of trash. And we're gonna hit the road and go a little further into California. I think out the Holtville Hot Springs area, and gonna camp out there for a while and start making a game plan. I think maybe we'll do some adventuring in California, Southern California. We'll see about all that. A lot of things going on in California, so we're kind of up in the air. Got other friends over there across the lake camping. I think they're going to be leaving today too. We all had a little powwow yesterday, and I'll probably be meeting up with them. All right, I'm going to take care of some things, and I'll be right back. All right, we stopped down here in Yuma. Downtown's up that way away actually, and Interstate 8 runs through here, and we're gonna jump on that and go on. Yeah, so we actually went from an area in California out and back down into Arizona. So now we're gonna get on 8 and go back out into California. So back out in the desert. But it's always interesting, you know, the contrast. I kind of get a kick out of the contrast of seeing the barren desert. Then you come down here into this part of Yuma by all the growing fields and see all the green and vegetables being harvested and such. But I think with aside from getting the gas, that's all we needed. We ran the car down and got groceries yesterday and stocked up. Got our water bottles filled up at another, not here, but a similar machine. Get some good drinking water. We're stocked up on that for a while. But yeah, we ran into town and got restocked. And I run the car through a car wash. You know, that'll be short-lived. We'll be back out. When we get back out where we're going, probably be all dusty again. Oh well, it's a lost cause. It's nice to clean them up once in a while though. But all right, let's get out of here. We filled up down here, I think for $3.09 a gallon. There's a couple places over it's a little bit cheaper, but by the time I burn the gas to go over that way, I've kind of lost my savings. Anyway, Bella, away we go again, girl. Yeah, here's some vegetables. Looks like they're about ready to be picked. Don't know what the heck those are. Yeah, the growing fields are, yeah, it's nice to see some green. How about that? So, what we got over here? It won't be long. We'll get a few miles out the road and it'll just be all barren desert again. So I'll take it in while I can. It's this time of year, been in the desert long enough that I'm starting to miss the green of back east. Not bad though. I'm okay. I'm good. Oh, and by the way, welcome back everybody. You'll see when we get up here a little bit further. For those of you who don't know, Yuma is like the only city for miles and miles that has all the big stores like, wait a minute. A lot of dust around, gets kicked up. Ooh. It has all the big stores, yeah, like Best Buy and PetSmart and, I don't know, you know, I think 3 or 4 Walmarts and, you know, tons and tons of all the big name restaurants and stuff. So Yuma is a pretty good, it's a pretty good sized city. So I don't know, the closest place that has big stores is probably Phoenix. You know, there's a couple places. There's a Walmart up in Parker, but you know, that's about it. This has all the other stuff too. So other than that, you might have to go all the way to San Diego. I don't know if Brawley, we end up going through Brawley before too long, maybe in a week or something. I forget about Brawley. We might have to do some investigating in Brawley, maybe some snooping around, and explore. I don't know yet. We'll see about Raleigh. But for now, let's get on Interstate 8. Let's get up here a little bit. Dang it. Dang it. I always forget about this place. It's not as easy to get in and out of though. Gasoline is $2.74 here at Barron Fuels, just before you get to the busy area at the interstate. I paid like $3.09. It's $2.74 there. Oh boy. Well, like I say, it can be a little difficult getting in and out of there though. So, all right. So they got places too, like, you know, Sam's Club, oh, the Big Bear Diner, In-N-Out Burger, and motels and hotels like Days Inn, Five Guys, Yogi's Grill, Sports Clips, and yeah, over back and beyond that is where, you know, like Best Buy and, you know, some other big stores are at. What is it? 1, 2 traffic lights, and we'll be up to Interstate 8. Hey, what do you say, girl? Panting? The excitement of being in town. She gets a little anxious when we're in traffic. Oh yeah, and Chili's and Chipotle. You know what else is in there? Somewhere is Dave's Famous Barbecue. Man, I haven't had barbecue in a long time. I could go for some barbecue. I might have to make some. Might have to do it myself. There's a place called the Broken Yoke Breakfast and Lunch. Interesting name. This is it. Interstate west towards San Diego. We might actually end up in San Diego.
Turn right onto the I-8 West ramp.
I'm throwing that idea around whether I want to go all the way into San Diego this year or not. Gonna roll the idea around with some friends again, whether go over to the coast.
Continue on I-8 West for 32 miles.
I got some more thinking to do about that. There, we're crossing the Colorado River. And I don't know where we actually enter California. Some sign. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. There it is. California State.
Welcome to California.
Welcome to California. Alright, I hope this gas lasts us a while. Yeah, the speed limit rules are a little different. Autos with trailer. Wait a minute, what? What? With your towing, speed limits, no, the speed limit here is like, I think, 65. All vehicles towing 55 miles an hour maximum. So 65 if you're just single vehicle. If you're towing something, 55. And we're doing 55, 56. We'll be all right. I kind of like that law, actually. I'll tell you what. It's kind of scary on the highway sometimes. I see too many people towing travel trailers, fifth wheels, cargo trailers, landscaping, you name it. You're way faster than they ought to be. It's back there and it's weighing, and sometimes they're struggling to keep it in their lane. If you can't keep it in your lane, slow down. Get a little better control on that thing. It's just dangerous, you know. So I'm kind of in favor of that law. What's the dang hurry? You gotta get dangerous and stuff, right? So that's my nickel's worth. Well, here's the exit if we wanted to go to New Mexico or to Mexico. Algodones Road. And you get off the exit there, go across the bridge, and just down there a little bit is Mexico. It said the border crossing is closed from 10 p.m. till 6 a.m. Went down to Mexico for lunch one time. I'd love to do it again. Yeah, I'm not scared. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. One of these days. Just passing Sidewinder Road. Next service is 34 miles. We We just went through the agricultural checkpoint station. They just waved us through. They had a U-Haul stop. They were inspecting for. They don't want the agricultural products hauled into California, I guess, or there's certainly a limit on it. Probably just for personal use only. They want to make sure people aren't taking a whole truckload of it in, undocumented produce, you know. This is where you just entered the Imperial Dunes recreation area. A lot of sand dunes. You see a lot of sand buggies and just off-road vehicles out here playing. There's a bunch way off to the right. Don't think you'll be able to see those from the highway here with this camera. Little rest area in the center here. Just gonna keep motoring on. Yeah, the desert. Ooh, man. The sand dunes are, I don't know, sandy, I guess. Oh, this is interesting. You know what that is? Caught that at the last minute. Usually you get the Border Patrol check stations. They've been around a long time. They just, you know, they're just set up different places in this part of the country. That was like a mobile one. They decided to, maybe they were expecting an increase of, I don't know, people being smuggled or transported. That was a mobile unit they set up along the road. I've never seen that before. Anyway, we still got about 20 miles to go, 16 miles, I'm sorry, 16 miles to go out to the Holtville Hot Springs. The scenery is so boring at this point. I feel like I'm getting into like a trance, like I could nod off, you know. But it's not that bad. It's really feels like it's putting me into a sleep. I'm all right though. Wow, there's just really nothing. I mean nothing out here. There's actually, I'm gonna have to find the charger for my camcorder, because right from where we're gonna camp at, there are mountains I can see out in the distance. It's gonna be hard to see with this camera. I see snow on the tops of those mountains, and we might end up having to cross those. I'm gonna have to get the camcorder charged up and zoom in on those. All right, a little bit more to go, 10 more miles. All right, we'll be getting off at exit 131. The hot springs are actually right down there in amongst those palm trees, and there's parking and a pit toilet type restroom. So we're gonna camp in the area. We might make our way down to the actual hot springs. We have to at least go down to this exit, this next exit, and then backtrack down along the service road. So we'll see here. And all of a sudden there's a whole lot more green out there. We are going to this exit 131. This here is actually Highway 115, California Highway 115. We just turn right here and then turn right again.
Take the next right onto Evan Hughes Highway.
And go up the service road there. I was like, what? Are we almost somewhere? Are we gonna see our friends again? It's one of these nasty, unmaintained roads. Alright.
Continue on Evan Hughes Highway for 1 mile.
A mile on this nasty road. We'll see. There is going to be another ltva area up here on the left. They don't have water. I don't think they have a dump station either. all they have is trash service. So this is certainly, you know, a less desirable area, I guess. But you know, our permit is still good for throughout the ltva system, so we could stay there a couple of days. But what are these? What's I think these are date trees. I think it's an orchard, a date orchard. I think that's what those are. Don't know. I don't know my trees very well, especially in this part of the country. Almost here. Came up here. We just crossed this bridge. It's a pretty healthy waterway. It is just weird. It's plenty of water around, it seems. Yeah, why is it so dry, right? All right, here's the ltva over here. Yep, there's dumpsters, and I think that's all they have to offer. Yeah, we might pull down in here for a day, I think, until the rest of our friends make it out here and decide where it is we're gonna camp, because not everybody bought the passes. Or some have expired, and we're gonna get away from this paid for camping and just go find some free camping somewhere. So yeah, when this permit expires, that's it. I'm not gonna renew. I didn't know that's what this was called, but it says, "Welcome to Hot Springs LTVA. You are responsible for knowing the rules." Yeah, I already have the pamphlet and stuff. Alright, and we've got a volunteer campground host. New arrivals, please check in. I don't think that's necessary, actually. I'm not a new arrival. You can clearly see the permit sticker on my rig. There's a big sticker on the coachman and a sticker on the car, so we're good.